Hey everyone, no respawns here. Hope you're having a grand week. So this is my Starlight Drive-In, fully decorated and detailed. This one took a little bit longer, but it was worth it, I think, because the whole thing just looks so cool. Loads of detail, and it's just very, very colourful, which is something that I haven't done with all of my settlements, but I wanted to lean in with this one. So let's watch my last video. I did build up a trailer, and the whole premise for this was I wanted loads of trailers kind of glued together. Oh, not glued together. Parked nearby each other with walkways on the top, and I kind of lent into that quite a lot. I did initially plan, and before I go in I'll show you, I initially planned to actually have it use up a bit more of the main area. To be honest, I'm glad I pulled away from that because it ended up looking really sparse and empty. And I think with me, all of my settlements tend to be more compact because it gives me the excuse to be really, really detailed. And I'm a big fan of clutter. I do like my organised chaos, so that is why people always ask me why don't I use all of the build area. It's because it looks better when you don't, and you don't have to use all of it. It's also why I still haven't built Spectacle Island yet, because I have no idea what to do with it. Anywho, I am going to do a nighttime tour as well, because you'll probably notice this is very neon, and it looks absolutely awesome. So let's pop in. Oop, there we go. So the vibe is good. The vibe is exceedingly good. I'm at the point now where I've built up quite a lot of the settlements in Fallout 4, and one, I have loads of caps now, which is awesome, and also means that I have loads of resources, so I can be a little bit more creative because I'm not limited by having to go scavenge things because I'm not cheating in any shape or form. Speaking of, I now have robots in all of my settlements. I had a bug recently, well, a while back, when they all disappeared, so I stopped having them, whereas now they all have robots because I like Protectrons. So, I've got all these walkways. Oh, it just has such a cool little vibe. It makes me happy. Also, there's a spawn point where that bridge is down there. That one over there. And it mostly spawns Rust Devils when I warp in. And these guys, because it's kind of a fairly low level area, and I've given them all, like, you know, upgraded laser rifles and assault rifles and things, they just shred them. It's great. I've gotten so many shotgun shells because they all seem to have shotguns, so I'm rolling in the shotgun shells, which makes me happy. Thank you, Rust Devils. Also, fusion cores from the robots. I love it. I love it so much. Also, the pathing is not awful on here. I actually deliberately didn't put any like guard post, invisible guard rugs on this part here, but on that bar over there they just happily walk up and down it, so that's pretty grand. I loves it so much. Oh, I loves it. Makes me happy. Right, let me give you a tour of the houses, or the trailers rather. So this is that's the one we did in the last video, so I'll go from this side. I wanted to mix up kind of almost one of each of them. What I love about these trailers, and I'm just going to keep reiterating it, is they're just the perfect size for decorating. You can make them look pleasantly cluttered, you can make them pop with their own little character, but they don't feel a chore to build up, which is why I love them so much. The only thing, and someone has pointed out before, so I'm going to mention it now, I can't find any doors which fit, so I'm going to be hunting down for some mods which add, because there aren't any technically official doors for these, so I need to find ones which don't look silly. I've mentioned before that the Fallout 76 cloth doors would be ideal, so I need to sort of hunt down a mod which adds something like that. I'm trying to, or pretty much have, leaned away completely from using, because I'm playing on Xbox, and I've pulled away from using any custom assets because I want PlayStation users to be able to replicate what I'm building, which is why I've struggled a little bit, but we'll see what I can do. Another mod I need to get, and as you notice in here is a pretty good example, it's kind of difficult for me to put stuff on the walls because there's only a few spots that can fit the massive picture, because the posters are actually quite large, so I need to find some mods which add posters which are a little bit smaller. Now this is the only house or trailer which isn't a kind of prefab trailer, but I built it on top of like a kind of a truck trailer, so it counts in my head canon. I just wanted it mixed up a little bit, and it's actually kind of more of a shack. I keep forgetting I need to reverse that door because I don't like the doors that open in. I went for a bit more of a rustic vibe. This is the only one that doesn't have a personal computer, instead has a typewriter and loads of mentats. There are mentats everywhere in this case, just spread around. And then we've got trailer number 5. Oh, I love this place. Normally the radios are, I don't know if I mentioned, but the radios are always pumping up the music, so it's quite a busy area normally, but for the sake of me not getting copyright striked, I've turned them off. Got all the workstations. So I've now got 6 fully decorated settlements with level 3 trading posts, and it rules. Um, just for like all the credits I get. I'm even getting a random texture thing there. Thank you, Todd. Thanks for that. This one, the only issue, and if you've ever built in here, you'll know, is it's actually really difficult to put things on this shelf. And I was going to hand put them in, but then I realised he'd send them flying. So I've kind of left it a little bit vanilla, to be honest. Now, this is actually the area I'm most proud of. I made a loo. I say I'm most proud because I had to keep the wing on, so that's actually the wing there. And I had to, like, because I'm using the rug glitch because I'm too stubborn to use anything else. And I like using it, it's weirdly fun. I had to, like, glitch in all of these walls, and it works so well. Everything has to have a loo. And even though it's not decorated, I did put just a little cubby hole up here. Honestly, I kept it exactly the same. All I did is just add some more details. No one actually lives there, it's just the robot technically needs a bed. So I was like, okay, I'll give you a bed. Right, I'm gonna give you, oh, just look at it. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Oh, so good. Right, I'm gonna sleep and show you guys nighttime so you can see it in all of its glowy goodness. One more. Right, so here it is. Now, I do have a mod installed which makes it darker. Can't remember the name of it, I'm not gonna lie. It is one of the weather mods. I have got one of the darkness mods. I think most of them tend to work the same. And, it does look really cool. But also, what it does is it contrasts really, really nicely with the lights. And the neon thing sort of started happening. I was like, that looks sick. So I kind of really lent into it. Oh, it looks so good. Looks so good. Just glowy. I've deliberately set them in a way that they're drawing the eye. So obviously the main trading post is the one I want you to kind of really look at with this area here. Because I'm a big fan of putting power armor. I actually probably should have put a spare power armor suit there, to be honest. Because it just looks really, really neat. And I've also put all of them on these little posts at the front of all of the entrances of the houses. Just because I think it looks neat. Let me show you from the walkways. Oh, just loves it. I love contrasting, because what I like about how dark it is, and then you've got this really glowy, just one thing I really wish, and I was mentioning it on socials the other day, was I really wish we had the photo mode from Fallout 76 in Fallout 4. It just really annoys me that we don't have it. Bethesda, get on that. I know you won't, but you know, please get on that. Plus Plox, because it would make everything look so cool, and it would also make thumbnails a lot easier. Plus I could, you know, zoom out and show you guys everything looking all glowy from a distance with a bit of subtle depth of field as a treat. Anywho, right, yeah, so Starlight, very, very pleased with how this has turned out. One thing I want to show you guys, so let me show you. So these are all the settlements I've done, minus I haven't done Outpost Amon yet, but I've done 8 fully, like, heavily detailed settlements now, and this is awesome because the plan is, I think there's around 20-ish settlements kind of in the main Commonwealth area. The plan is, and I started this in I think March this year, is to build up every single settlement to this level, and kind of between each settlement tour there's going to be a build of one thing. So the last one was of that trailer over there. The next one, spoiler, is going to be at Sunshine Tidings Co-op, and we're going to be doing a gatehouse. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to do a big kind of custom gatehouse because it's quite a large area. Incidentally, that's why this video is delayed, because I did do a gatehouse over there and I didn't like it. It didn't fit. So I'm going to do it at Sunshine Tidings Co-op. Also, I want to start theming some of the settlements as well. So my Mercer settlement, Mercer safe house, is always Taffington. And I'm going to do Taffington kind of railroad themed. And as well as Outpost Zamonia, I'm leaning towards either turning it into a medical settlement or like a kind of supply logistics settlement. Probably more logistic because it's a bit too dirty to be a medical settlement. But yeah, very, very cool. Very, very excited. And yes, very, very cool. So if you're watching this video live, it means that it's the mid to latter side of November. I have most of December off, which is quite cool. I basically forgot to take all of my holiday at work because it's in hours on our little HR thing, and I thought I had only a week, and I have like nearly 3 weeks because I can't do maths, which means in December I'm going to try and tentatively test out streaming again. And for those who don't know, I've moved to a place which has pretty bad internet, and now I won't be moving until kind of the earlier side of next year just because I didn't want to move over Christmas. But I didn't want to do it during a weekday, and anyway, I tested it out the other day and it was actually fine. I can do kind of 1080p streams, so I'm like, if you guys will forgive me for not being in, you know, 1440p or 4K for a while, I wouldn't mind to bring streaming back. And because I've got loads of time off in December, I figured I might do it then. So yes, look out for that. I'll let you guys know preemptively on a post and on socials, whatever, that it's coming. On the subject of socials, so I have done the full hop over from the artist formerly known as Twitter to Blue Sky, just because it works really well, it looks nicer, and I like the fact I can customize my handle too, which is quite nice, because I actually got to use my no respawns domain. So I link in the description to my Blue Sky if you're one of the people who's hopped over there too. It's really nice, and also most of the Fallout community have kind of, or at least the ones that I interact with, have all moved over there, so it's got a good vibe. So I'm on that. I'm also on Instagram quite a lot if you use it. I post a lot of stuff on Instagram, mostly kind of personal stuff surrounding, I do lots of my Warhammer, and also I've started my photography again because it's that time of the year where all the colours are really nice. So if you want wanky, pretentious photography and loads of Warhammer stuff, please check it out. And finally, TikTok. Now TikTok, the reason why I keep not posting there regularly is because I've switched back to my old microphone because I bought a really fancy new microphone and it just sounds terrible. I can't get it sounding very good. I'm going to try during December to experiment and see why my new fancy microphone wasn't sounding very good. And if I can get it sounding good on TikTok, for some reason the audio always sounds off, I will start posting there again. Mainly because I like posting on TikTok because I can make shorter videos, but also I've spent a lot of, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I've been doing loads of Warhammer stuff, specifically terrain, and like these, I've got this really, really sexy Necromunda board, and I want to just give a video tour of it. So yes, anyway, that will be coming soon. I'm going to try and play around with it. But anywho, I love you all, genuinely, completely, and you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll speak to you absolutely glorious bunch of reprobates soon. You take care.